So you have strength, you have good health, you have good education. That is the strongest weapon to fight against war, to fight against corruption, to fight against poverty. So to me, the difficulty I go through, the challenge I go through, it's so difficult. And then the discrimination. In America, if you are minority and you act stupid and you just do normal and you treat white people good, they treat you like, just one of them. But if once you become professional, you study them, you challenge them, and that's what happened to most Indian, most Asian, and most other minority. They treat you like horrible.
Racism.
Yeah, racism. They would not let you be equal. And that's how I experience in America. So every single thing you experience like this. And at the same time, financial hardship. So to me, it's like many bombardment from all kinds. So it leaves me to become a person without friends. It leaves me become a person of loneliness. It leaves me become a person of some mental illness problem. I feel that life has put too much burden on me. And then eventually, I decided to come to Cambodia after all the struggle without knowing what America is. Because boom, 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 and then go to America and then learn. Suddenly come here without having time to realize, to enjoy, to see what is the use, what is the place, the visit, the internment, the hangout. Zero, nothing. So I feel that life is too painful to go through that. And I don't want anyone to have to go through that again, to me. So for me, I feel that these are all the extreme challenges that I have to go through. And but at the end, I conquer all those obstacles, all those struggles. I strive forward and I made it. But then at the last time, I faced another few more challenges by coming back to Cambodia. As a fellow, just like a volunteer, they don't pay you. They only give you allowance, $350 per month. I rent a house for $135. I have two people, one cook, one ride me a motorcycle because I don't know how to ride. So it cost me $150 each. And then food and expenses. So by the time I finished my 1-year fellow, I spent over $30,000. So it's horrible. So I cannot get the money I spent on credit cards. So it's a big problem financially. And eventually I finished that. I come to do teaching and then eventually do the public health college of founding. Yeah. And some university presidents are very cheap. They don't pay you. And that's what happened in Cambodia. Some schools, they don't pay, their staff. They're not responsible. So it made me so bad. That's the reason why I quit and start my own business. That's the reason why I quit. So if you look at it, my life is horrible. I don't feel anything. Then suddenly when I start doing the fellow, I don't get treated just like expat. Even though I'm the head in the NGO, the fellow, but they don't treat me. They think I'm just Cambodian normal. They're very disappointed. I give you one example. I come from outside the airport, bring all the luggage myself. And then my intern, but Caucasian, they go pick up her and go inside the airport and carry everything for her. And they treat her just like my boss. I say, my goodness, this is my people. Yeah. So if you have white skin, they must be your boss. Yeah. I have very good experience with minority, and that's why I really appreciate what I am right now. When I was in, my last year of medical school, we do a clerkship. And my last one is in family medicine, and my attending physician is an Indian, and it's for me and another Caucasian lady. And every time we finish, they say, both of us can go home. But then I didn't go to the office. I just go home. And that Caucasian lady, she kept going home, asked, where's Mengli? And they assume that I'm absent. So they marked me down when graduation. They say you cannot graduate, but you didn't show up for the clerkship in the family medicine. I said, my goodness, I've been there all the time, but it said here, all the absent I mark. But where you get it from? So I have to go to the teacher, the attending physician, the Indian gentleman, and he have to write a letter for me to prove it. Lucky he's still there.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I cannot graduate medical school. It was such a big issue for me. So when I go, that's one story that I experienced positive. Then I went to Philippines, and that's why most of my teacher here and in Philippines, I would take them. They just like God, man. They treat human just like real human. They give us the food that the government, that the NGO, International UN gave. So the first time we know what's chicken. The first time we know that we're not beaten, we're not hit with a stick or so on. And they treat us just like normal, and they're very friendly. So we have very good memory of the Philippines. It's a lot of Cambodian when they go to the US, they marry Philippines. And then when I go to another training in the hospital at Chicago, in University of Illinois at Chicago Hospital, a lot of attending physicians, a lot of surgeons, Indian. So I have one surgeon, she's a lady, very petite, but she's an orthopedic surgeon. And she was so strong. And I was so very successful with her also. So I feel that I end up having a very good relationship with a higher position as a minority.
Yeah.
So it gave me a role model of that. And so I tend to appreciate that. So to me, that's the reason why my company is the only one that has no discrimination. And you can see all color here. Yeah. And I make sure that there must be fair in everything. And that's the number one rule that you ask everyone, they have to know and practice.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, when I finished that, and I feel that's a big challenge for me for the first time, that I didn't know that I was like reverse discrimination or something like that by your own people. And then when I started school, it was so painful. It's not about financial issue, struggle is one thing, but the way how the official treat you, a lot of people go bankruptcy because of the way they treat you. It's a lot of squeeze under the table that time. But you can't blame. It was 20 years now, 21 years now. So that time is a lot of things happen. But a lot of people go bankruptcy because of not the business fail, but because of the corruption that failed us. So for me, the immigrant, they can come to me all the time, and the people here and there come to me all the time. Sometimes I just sit down and cry and bow my head. That's how difficult it is to survive in the business world in Cambodia. And I feel that right now is much, much, much better. The government are more considerate and more open. They're concerned about the well-being of investment so that country are developed. Yeah. But before, that is how it is. So this is all the challenge I face. And I hope that no one has to go through that.
That's really nice.
Yeah.
You know, we talk about a lot about the challenges that you faced, and you also had many feathers in your hat, right? Many awards. Is there any a specific event that's really made you proud on yourself, like pride for yourself?
Well, number one, I'm so proud that I have accomplished all my dreams so far. And I hope that I will finish my remaining dream, that is to have schools and clinic throughout all the province, and also government school in every province. So I will be there soon, a matter of time. I'm very proud that I'm able to make my parents happy and witness what I have dreamed of and told them, and they witness it. I'm proud that I made the company go in IPO as I have always dreamed. 34 years back, when my father's always mentioned about stock market, how it go, this and that, and it's in my mind all the time. I imagine what happened if I were to have a company and go on IPO. What happened? So I keep dreaming about that. Eventually, now that I become the first educational company to be on IPO, and it's such an overwhelming for me, a huge accomplishment, not just for me but the whole family. So that is something that I'm very proud of, and I always dream of becoming an author. And if I could just write one book, then I would be more than happy. Now I end up writing 9 books already. So there's a lot of things, and I hope that hopefully I will be able to be one of the breaker for the changes in Cambodia in positive way.
Yeah.
And by that change, you prevent war from happening. You prevent corruption from happening by using the weapon that is strongest than anything else, that to make people healthy in health, and to make people very smart in education. So you have strength, you have good health, you have good education. That is the strongest weapon to fight against war, to fight against corruption, to fight against poverty.
Yeah.
So my hope is that I will be part of this contribution, this changing new pace in the near future,
Yeah.
as I'm doing now. So I hope that the contribution will make known to Cambodian people and continue to be well known for many years to come, because I believe that nothing build Cambodia more than building the healthcare sector and the educational sector.